Hope you guys are enjoying the new intro music, because I definitely was just then. Really getting into the palm muting. That's good. Welcome, everybody, to the Warriors Den. We're back. We've just completed a few weeks of very big, exciting shows. So, as happens every season, now we're back. This is where we get to take a little breath. This is going to be a much shorter show than the 2-hour affair we did last week or the big weekend event. But I am joined by Mr. Damien Keegan, as always.
As always.
Always making time for you at home to join us on the Warriors Den and talk to you. As I mentioned, Order in Havoc Season 4. It's actually launched now if you've been living under a rock.
It's
on
green.
Tuesday. Look at this,
green.
by the way. Oh, I almost
Ooh.
knocked it over.
I haven't seen that.
No, it's amazing. It's a real step up, I think, from our previous one. This one is like
jade.
Yeah, it's pure jade. Order in Havoc has begun. It started on Tuesday, and hopefully you are aware of that. If not, now you are. It brings with it new maps,
new heroes,
new
of
mode
course.
tribute. If you have Season Pass, you have those new heroes.
True.
If you don't have the Season Pass, you get those access to those heroes next Tuesday on the 21st. Yes. I was just doing math in my head.
Yeah.
The 21st, and they're
It's
15,000
written here.
steel each. Yes, it's written right here. I put
That's
a lot
why
of
you
work into
prepared
this.
the
Why
show,
don't
no?
I just read up? Yeah. Ton coming. We mentioned also there's a
New
Dominion
modes,
ranked
tribute
mode. Dominion ranked will come during the season.
soon-ish.
People are playing the tribute now and liking it a lot. If you want to check out the patch notes, go to forhonorgame.com/patchnotes.
Yeah, you have also the full faction war revamp. We need to mention that.
Yes.
And the 4 executions.
You know what happened, by the way? I'm going to call him out right here. Our friend Setback, who does the Faction War update,
Yeah?
I reached out to him. I gave him early access. I said, hey, Setback, here's some early access. All I ask in return, do a good video on our new changes to the Faction War. He says, yeah, sure, no problem. And then he got sick. Sick. So hopefully next week we'll have a video from Setback to show you that takes a fun look at the new Faction War changes. Feel better, Setback. I hope you are actually sick and not just playing hooky. But yeah, let's get into the show this week. We have a lot of information. And we'll be joined a little later with a video from Luke to wrap up our Season 4 tournament that happened.
Luke comes only in videos now.
Only in videos. We put him in a box and we just shoot him sometimes with a camera.
It doesn't exist anymore.
We throw him food once in a while. So one thing that I'm personally very happy with, so we did the free weekend last weekend, which a lot of you participated in.
Yeah.
But we also did a thing called the Warrior Training Program. This is our first time trying this out. You can put up our beautiful graphic when you want, Max. The Warrior Training Program is basically a way for people who are currently playing the game to play against the... Oh, Max is telling me I skipped something. We'll get to it.
Let's
Don't worry.
do the warrior program,
Don't worry.
then the...
Max is always mad when I skip a line here. So the Warrior Training Program, basically, current players could play with new players in the free weekend.
Yep.
Everyone gets 5,000 steel. We didn't know how it would work. We'd never done it before, and it's actually something manually on our side we have to run through to make that happen. And people on our side were down for it, so that was exciting. So it turns out, just some results there, about 80,000 of you participated.
That's really cool.
So that means poor Damien, his purse strings have been opened. 80,000 people are being granted 5,000 steel as of yesterday. You should be getting an email today that just sort of thanks you for doing it. If you think you did 5 matches with new players and you earned that steel and you haven't heard anything by tomorrow, reach out to customer support. We can look into it for you. But
You should have it...
80,000 people. So I would call that a success. I also definitely want to thank the Reddit moderators. They helped spread the word on the For Honor subreddit. They directed people to the Looking for Group channel on the For Honor Discord, and I saw that thing blow up.
Yeah.
And it'd usually just be, maybe a couple dozen people, and then it blew up to 1,500 people looking to join groups and play. It was just a really cool thing on a
Some
community.
very cool stories
Yeah,
about people
oh, yeah.
meeting other people, training them.
Yep, exactly. There's a good story
Yeah.
on Reddit of a guy who joined a duel match against a much higher level character, which you're working on. But he feared the worst, and the guy was totally nice and actually kind of trained him up, which is just awesome. So we love to hear those stories. If you have any of those stories, send them our way. But thanks a lot to everybody who participated, and hope you enjoy your steel. Yes, as we mentioned, Season 4 kicked off. The thing that I skipped, we'll get to it right now. We have a very fun launch. Actually,
yeah, let's watch it
I'm
again.
a big fan of this one, so let's check it out.
Knew that.
Yeah, what's the deal with your Kensei? Just breaking up the love.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of
Maybe
issues
he's
to work
jealous.
through. He's got
I don't know.
maybe he's not getting a lot of action with the giant mustache. I don't know. He could work on that. Cool. So we love that trailer. I'm glad that you guys liked it. It was sort of a different tone for us, and it worked out. So that's always good to see. Now I have a section here that I wrote called Updates from Damien, and Damien has a number of updates to share now that we're in the new season. Just little things, little points of information that you need to know, or that we've communicated before, and we need to kind of wider communicate again. So take it away, sir.
Patch note error. I'm pretty pissed about that one, to be honest, because I'm reviewing the patch notes. And when I reviewed it, that text wasn't in the patch notes, but it appeared in it. I don't know who did that. And it's wrong. So the Aramusha and the Shaman, we said, will not have a unique legendary armor visual at the start of the season.
That part's
that's
true.
Fine. That's true. They will still loot legendary armor, and unique legendary visuals will be included in the next patch. So that's
all true.
All true. The part that is not true is that we will seamless replace your items in your inventory. What the? No, we're not doing that. Of course not. We don't replace what you have. We will just add those, and then you will be able to loot them when the patch comes out.
So yes, a miscommunication somewhere. Some gnome in our process jumped in and typed something out. But yeah, so you don't need to hold on to those. If you've been hoarding those, waiting to seamlessly update, they're not going to.
Yeah. Season 3 tournament rewards.
Yes.
I'm really happy about that one, to be honest, because I think we discussed the issue like 1 week, 2 weeks ago.
A couple weeks, yeah.
A couple of weeks ago, where a part of the community were a bit pissed to know that we were removing the Season 3 rewards and they weren't able to loot those anymore. So the team has reacted on that really quickly and has been able to introduce back the Season 3 tournament rewards in Season 4 on top of the Season 4 rewards. So now you have an extra chance to loot Season 3 reward on top of the Season 4 reward.
Right.
And this goes with the update that you will loot in priority the item based on the last hero you played in the tournament.
Right. So if you're playing as the Kensei,
for example,
the priority will be to give you the Kensei reward.
Yeah. So let's say I win the tournament as an example.
As you would.
As I would. I get the ornament of Season 4, and I have a chance to get as well the ornament of Season 3. Pretty high chance.
Yep.
So, and that's how it will work. So you have. But we only did that for Season 4 because the design is to change the rewards for each season.
Yes.
The
issue was we didn't really communicate it
about it
during Season 3 that it was coming.
So it was
totally
a surprise.
Totally fair feedback. So that's why we're doing it now. But once we get to Season 5, Season 3 and Season 4 rewards go away. So
exactly.
Spread the word. We'll continue to say it so people are not surprised when we get to season, well, yes, when we wrap up this season. So, yes, yes. All right. Next on the agenda, orders.
Orders. So it's more technical change, but still need to say it because it might impact you. So basically, with the orders update, we're not updating all at the same time of day. And it's a change we've made in Season 4. So now all the orders will reset at 18 UTC. I don't know. It's 1 p.m.
It's 1
here.
p.m. Eastern
Here,
time.
Exactly. So it means that maybe some orders will last a bit longer.
Yeah.
But then it will go back to the normal, and all orders, the daily orders, contract orders, all of them will be updated at the same time of day, which will be way simpler for everybody.
They'll now be in sync, yes.
Exactly.
So we got questions, fair questions. So when we showed the roadmap back in July, God, time goes fast. For Season 4, there was a bullet, the training arena and the new tutorial mode.
Yeah.
And people are wondering where that is.
This is still living. We're still working on it. As you've seen, it didn't launch beginning of Season 4. We were planning to launch it during Season 4, as said in the roadmap. We're in testing phase now. It's almost done. But we discovered recently something we haven't thought about, to be honest, before, is that because this is the training arena and the new tutorial, it will update what we call the go-to. So it will update the part of our game that you can download and play before you finish downloading the whole game.
Start the game now while it's still
you know, it's like you downloaded the first X gig, and then you can play the game while the rest is downloading. And because we have to update that, we have to go through back a full submission process, etc. So it's not the same process as we do right now for patches, etc. So it's a way longer process, and it's not something we are able to do in Season 4.
Got it.
So it will come after that.
Yeah. What I've seen looks awesome, though.
And it's really cool. That's the only thing we can tell you.
Not to tease you, but it's looking very good. So I think you'll be happy with it when it comes. Yeah.
Exactly.
Cool. And yes,
next one.
This one was. This one, yes. We don't have a lot to say about this one, but yes, a lot of you have discovered. Hidden in the weeds of custom mode, you've found a new brawl map.
Yeah.
Called the Ice Brawl.
Yeah. So we can't say much about it. The only thing we can say is that it might be related to something that will come in the future.
Yes, we'll have more to say about that in a few weeks, and that's all we're going to say for right now. Enjoy it while you have it.
Exactly.
People have been having fun with it. I watched True Talent play it yesterday, and it's a very fun map. So yes, hey, here's a topic.
Yeah.
The reason you're wearing your shirt.
Why do I have this shirt? For Onion.
Also on that roadmap we just spoke about, we announced that was the day that we announced we were moving to dedicated servers.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
I remember that. That was a good show.
And so
it was good to speak about that.
What's the latest?
So,
what's up?
So we've did some tweets about it on Friday.
Yes, you're so elated and excited about something.
Yeah, so excited. It's the first time, in fact, we played internally with dedicated servers. We do what we call a 360. So every week, the full team on the Friday afternoon plays at least 1 hour of the game all together. The version we're developing.
Sometimes there are beers involved.
And sometimes there are beers involved. And for the first time, we did it on dedicated servers. It went pretty well. So everybody was super happy. The team crunched really, really hard. They stayed day and night to fulfill that milestone to be able to play it on Friday all together. And the name of that team is For Onion. Why do they call themselves For Onion? There are many theories.
There's a lot of theories.
A lot of theories. One of them being that doing the dedicated servers is a multi-layered work that involves all layers of the game, from the back end to the front end, etc. Some other theories might be that
maybe it makes you cry.
It makes you cry.
To do that work.
It makes the player cry because they are so happy to have it.
Exactly.
The team cries
Tears
because
of joy.
So much work involved into it. Some people say that it stinks to do so much work. Anyway, so many theories for Onion. Super happy for the team. Super proud of them.
Yeah.
We did a big milestone.
Yeah, that is a big milestone towards
super big milestone
towards our full release.
And it went well. It went well. Really, the session. It was a lot of fun. So big step toward full release. We'll have more info to come.
Yep. Stay tuned.
So stay tuned. And it's the opportunity for me to speak about the other architecture, the peer-to-peer architecture, that we're still improving.
Is this still Team Onion, or is this like Team Beat?
It's another team.
Or Turnip.
Team Onion is fully dedicated to onions.
The Turnip Knights.
And the team, it's called Call to Arms, not 360.
Yes, Maddie wanted you to clarify. Our internal test has its own branding. Our internal play
sessions.
It's Call
to Arms. There are a lot of efforts in marketing for the internal test, and thanks to them as well. Anyway, so sorry about that. Peer-to-peer architecture, we did some improvements on season 41. It's not something we put in the patch note because we always need to ship it to see if it works or not.
Season 4 TU1 is internally what we call the patch that came out on Tuesday.
4. Yeah. And so we have so far, since the beginning of season 4, really good numbers of stability. The best one we ever had, in fact. So I don't want to yell too much about how happy we are. I just want to be sure that it will stay like that, etc. But for the moment, the first days, the first number are super promising. So we have a way better stability. We're still keeping improving the stability before the dedicated servers arrive.
Yep.
So we're super happy about that as well.
Cool.
And we have improvements to come again in the coming weeks about that we will release server side.
That's right.
So that's super cool.
Matchmaking as well is seeing some
matchmaking as well, some improvements on the matchmaking.
With more to come this season, I believe.
Yeah, and some, maybe I can speak about matchmaking.
Sure. It's your baby.
It's one of my
One of your many babies. It's like the Genghis Khan of online features.
It's a hard baby to raise, to be honest. Anyway. So matchmaking, as we said before, we fixed the bug of the relaxation that made a super high-level, high-renowned player playing against super low reputation player. But by fixing that bug, we discovered another one. There is always a bug hiding another one.
Sure.
That's how we work.
Works.
Yeah. So now we know that some a part of the players send to the matchmaking system a bad number. So we don't take into account their reputation level, basically, in the matchmaking. So it's something that the team is working on right now. I don't have an ETA for the moment, but it's one of their top priority. And then we have other improvements planned on the skill matchmaking and things like that. So as soon as I have more info and it's more concrete, we'll speak about it. But we did, together with the team, the list of priorities on what they need to work on for the matchmaking in the coming weeks. So I have some cool news about that that we will be able to discuss about in the coming whiles then.
Great. So yes, what we try to do also when we do new seasons is give you kind of the known issues that we're already working on, and you just gave a couple.
Yeah.
But we can trade these off. You don't have to do all of them. It doesn't have to be all Damien talking today.
Go.
It's fine. So I'll take the first one because people usually see me responding on these threads on Reddit. So there are a couple shaman. I'm never gonna pronounce it right. Shaman tracking issues on the shaman. There are a couple tracking issues that are being worked on, and as far as I know, it should be addressed in our next big patch.
Yeah, some of them are already done. They couldn't be in the beginning of season 4, so they're in the next patch.
Yeah. The Shugoki's Demon Embrace had the small effect where its range was changed, so that is also known and being worked on. I don't have an ETA. It could be the next patch, but I don't have that detail. And then there was one other, the PK Infinite Zone, which was also already being worked on. So again, don't have an ETA, but those are known and being addressed.
So continue send feedbacks about new heroes and change that you see that seems abnormal for you or stuff like that.
Yep.
So that we can work on all of those ASAP.
Yep.
It's always like that when we ship a lot of new things, we discover new issues and we need to fix them as soon as we can. Season pass color swatch. So we discovered, for example, we discovered that the Shaman and Aramusha don't have it, don't have the color swatch, season pass color swatch. It will be fixed in the next patch.
Right.
Another one, it was one of the things we spent quite a lot of time, in fact, yesterday on, is the whole level 3 bot discussion and debate.
What's the discussion?
So the discussion is, we did a public test on Tribute a few months ago, months, where one of the positive feedback we got is, oh, level 3 bots are cool, players were happy to play more against them. They exist since many months now, but they were only triggered against super high skill players and super high level players. And so we said, hey, it's an opportunity to maybe bring level 3 bots to a wider range of players.
Yep.
It appeared that the range might be a bit too big right now. Some players facing level 3 bots while they shouldn't.
They're pretty scary,
yeah,
to be honest. Those bots are amazing.
They're really good. But we had good debates because some players were complaining and then in the end not complaining more, saying, oh, I got better thanks to them, so maybe it's a cool thing that I face level 3 bots and stuff. So we looked at the data, of course. And
what did you look at?
At the data, and we decided to move back a bit the threshold a bit up again, so that right now it's 20% of the population that could face those. So we'll go back to something more like 10% of the population. And see by doing that if we have other bugs maybe behind that. So we'll fix the threshold first. Then it should be only high-level players that face them, but still a bigger range than before the patch.
Yep.
And then if we still have noobs or newcomers facing them, then it means we have other issues linked to a bot assignment that we need to fix. Cool. So it's a two-step fix. And this will be done seamlessly.
Ooh,
you
say seamlessly as well as you say data.
So we don't need any reboot or anything like that.
And if people want, they can always play level 3 bots in custom match.
Yeah, of course. But then, so it will still be something very present for high-level players, good level players, more than it was before.
Yep. And there are PC folks. There seem to be mostly people playing on like gaming laptops. We do know about there's a low FPS issue some of you are running into. We're definitely working on it, looking into it right now. But in the meantime, some folks have said that if you go borderless mode or windowed mode, it takes care of that. I don't know if that's the case for everybody, but you can try that in the meantime while the team is working on solving that one. But they're on it right now. So thank you. And now, so this is a cool thing, actually. This is a Season 3 thing. Yeah. We would have done this at the end of Season 3, but it turns out that, was that my mic? Turns out that shipping things takes longer than you might expect sometimes. So if you recall from Season 2, we made up a bunch of shirts for the winners, the Season 2 Faction War winners, which at that time were the Samurai. We've done that again for Season 3 winners, the Knights, and Damien's going to show this off right now. Boom. Grudge and Glory. Look at those guys. Zoom in on our thumbs up. Yes. I love the thumbs.
We're so happy. Yeah. Happy Knights.
The Happy Knights. Okay, so what's the deal here if you're interested in getting them? There's a few interesting things that we're doing. So
I'm keeping
You can keep that one, that's fine.
Thank you.
Something we're doing differently this time that we haven't done before, but I'm psyched about. We actually went into this camera. We need this camera here.
Where did we went?
We went into the data. And we picked out the top 30 contributors to the Faction War. We actually have an image even of all their names to engraved in glory there. So all 30 of these people we're reaching out to, and we're going to send you a shirt. So please check your email if you happen to be on this list.
Is Pascal?
It better not be.
So.
It better not be our Pascal. But I'm really psyched about that, to actually go into the game, recognize people who are doing a lot of work, and thank them with shirts. But that's not all. You in the chat may be saying, but I want a shirt. You in the chat can maybe get a shirt. Our man Fred in the chat, UBFredX, has 20, right? I hope it's 20. He has 20 shirts to give out to folks in the chat using the lovely raffle command.
Not now.
No. In fact, there's so many of them. He said, have them start the raffle.
Yeah?
Yep, as soon as you say it. So Fred's going to kick that off, and then throughout the rest of the show, we'll give them out, because there's so many of them.
We lost the chat forever.
I know. We knew it was going to happen, but better to give people things than not. I'm watching the wrong camera. I'm watching the wrong camera. Thank you for that note. Yeah, so I think that's very cool. So Fred, start doing that, and people, I hope you like your shirts. Obviously, give us plenty of time because we are shipping them out by hand from the office here. But yeah,
Pascal will do it.
We'll make Pascal do it. The #1 Faction War contributor, Pascal. And we have a content of the week. This one is it's not our usual Thursday content, as you know. This is content that came in the new season.
Yeah.
But
as
with
always,
so much stuff happening in the new season on Tuesday, we thought we would highlight the new battle outfits that came. You can get them for 1,500, 3,000, and 5,000 steel, depending on which one it is.
So cheaper content to let you save for the new hero as well.
Yep. So if you want to roll that video, we'll check those out right now, and then we'll be back with Mr. Luc Duchesne and the Season 4 event recap. And those are for everybody, not just the new characters, just to clarify. I do like that Beetlejuice one at the end. Thank you very much, Max. And like I said, now we're going to go to Mr. Luc Duchesne and the Season 4 event recap.
Hello all, it's Luc from the For Honor dev team here for my last recap of our 4v4 Damien tournament. We are live from Montreal, where Team UDA, led by Clutchmeister, faced Team NRG, led by Ice-Sky. The least we can say is that both teams came in ready to fight. In both Game 1 and Game 2, Team NRG came out really strong and took the lead early on into the match, but somehow, the ultimate digital athletes managed to come back to get the win. Team UDA put the Aviator on and were ready for Game number 3. At one point in Game number 3, we thought that was it. That Team UDA was going home with the crown as a champion. They were leading up by 500 points with Team NRG breaking. But Team NRG got together and managed to come back and put Team UDA in breaking in their turn. And it ended up with Team UDA coming back again on top and to win Game 3 and the championship. So Team UDA walks out of Montreal as a champion. of the Season 4 reveal event in our 4v4 Damien tournament. We also met with Team Captain Clutchmeister and Team Captain Ice Guys. Let's take a look. Hello everyone, I am with Ice Guy right now, captain of Team NRG, the finalist of our Damien tournament for the Season 4 reveal event. So Ice Guy, we just saw you like on stage facing Team UDA. Like, how did it go globally?
It was well. It went as well as I thought it would. We were neck and neck. There were some times where we snowballed at the beginning, and I was thinking that we were just going to get straight up team wiped, and we brought it back, and most of our games were either one of us were breaking first, and we brought it back, and then UDA came back and cleaned it up. They were doing really well at making sure that when we respawned, we couldn't just go where we wanted. We had them applying pressure to where we just couldn't say like, yeah, I'm just going to walk over to B and help you out.
So they were controlling the territory very well?
Yeah, they were making sure that when we came back, they wanted us in their hand and not them falling in ours. Shout out to all the boys in NA and all the knights guarding the volcano, and shout out to NRG for sponsoring the kid, and thank you guys for hosting this event.
And thank you very much for coming, guys. It was a pleasure having you. Take care. Hello everyone, I'm a little bit nervous right now. I don't know if I'm up to the challenge to interview this man again, the #1 digital athlete in the world, captain of Team UDA, the winning team of our 4v4 Damien tournament. How are you, sir?
Oh, I'm doing absolutely fantastic. I've come here, I've put on a show for my trillions of fans online. I know that I got a lot of love today, and I really do. I really feel privileged to have such great support. But it was great. It was great to put on a show for everyone.
So if we go back to business a little bit, and we look at the 3 games that you played, early on in the game, like Team NRG were leading. And we're like, okay, so here they are, like they will probably win this game. And every time you manage to turn things around. So how did you accomplish that?
Well, there was a lot of moments in the games where we would dominate the early part of the game. We'd win the early team fights, we'd get map control, we'd build up this really big lead, and we'd be having an easy time. But then they would come back, they would snatch a team fight back, and they would do a really good job on rotating on the map, capturing like our home points, making sure they spread out correctly but didn't overextend. And they clawed all of that huge gap we would build up. But then we would do the same thing at the end. We would end up winning a team fight. They would become breaking, and then we'd go on to end the game. So, I mean, fair play to them. I mean, they're no ultimate digital athletes, but they put up one hell of a fight. Well, what can I say? After being the #1 digital athlete for 26 years, with over 60 gaming titles to my name, you get used to handling the pressure. It brings out the best of me. I'm not called Clutchmeister for nothing. Thanks to all of you for having us. Like, we all greatly appreciate it. It's been absolutely amazing. You've treated us amazingly, and we really do appreciate it. And second of all, I just want to give a shout out to the #1 digital cheerleader. She's been here supporting the #1 digital athlete, and I couldn't have asked for a better performance. Extremely proud.
So thank you very much, Last. Congrats to all of your team. So thank you, Clutchmeister. Thank you, Ice Guys. Thank you to all the participants in that tournament. You guys are amazing. And thank you all for watching Back on the Couch in the Warriors Den.
Thank you, Luke. We just got attacked by our emblem here. Just fell on Damien. It's a pure jade,
Yeah,
that's why.
That's the problem.
Yeah, that was a really cool event. I know you were there hanging out.
It was cool.
It was
First
very
time
cool
I went
to
a competitive event on For Honor, in fact.
Yeah, you got to get on a plane more often, my friend. This time it was in Montreal, so
very often.
So yeah, thanks to everybody who watched and participated, and I was really happy with how it turned out. So thanks, everybody. On to the community corner. We've got a few good clips to share this week. This is a thing, if you haven't watched the show too many times, we do almost every week. We haven't done it in the last couple of weeks because we've had so much to talk about. We just share clips from the community that we find out in the world, or sometimes they're sent to me directly. You guys are always amazing with funny and creative and great gameplay clips, so keep it up. All right, so diving in, we can do videos, and I don't want to say the name of this one because it's crude, but Tim from the internet showed a great clip using the skill of baiting. Let's check it out. I think you can see pretty quickly what's going to happen but it's still just as satisfying when it does. He gets both of them on the spikes and then does his skateboarding. Yeah.
Which is an appropriate thing to do after that.
Absolutely. Yeah, we'll just roll it again here.
Hopla.
Boom. Into the spikes. Well done, Tim from the internet. Up next, it's our man Havoc.
On YouTube.
On YouTube. You want to give it an intro?
Corner Edgy Montage 7, the Aramusha.
Great job, Havoc. He's one of our best.
Blood slow-mo.
I love the work that he does. Well, we had to choose. He had other ones too, but that one's great. Okay, Rowan Sprite on Reddit. The Warden may be able to ledge with an execution now. True. But can it ledge as gracefully as this? This one's really good.
You lost Zone A. You lost Zone A.
Especially the scream at the end.
Yeah.
As she, "Ah!" It's a good detail.
He wasn't dead.
All right, you take this one.
Hell Euphoria on YouTube
Yep.
against the odds.
Number 26.
Number 26.
This is an ongoing series
It's
he's been doing.
3v1 pushing the front in Dominion.
Great.
The Dark Knight Highlander.
Yes, really amps up the epic nature. All right, another, great job, Hell Euphoria. You're also a frequent contributor to the Community Corner. And speaking of frequent contributors, we have Zero Crack, who I finally got to meet in person. He was at the event on Saturday. Very well put together man. He's got his stuff going on. Good job. I don't know what I mean by that. Let's let you figure that out. Okay, so this is a video he put together. All emotes, spams, and names, Aramusha and Shaman.
So you wanna be hardcore with your hat to the back, talking about the gaps in your raps, but I can't feel that hardcore.
This one is the best one.
Good job, Zero Crack. Take the next one.
The name of the clip is This Is My Territory.
From
and it's
Car 332. Sure.
It's like they don't have to fight.
No, I call that the Conqueror code.
Yeah.
If you meet in Raw, you just
exactly.
no fighting necessary.
You're too cool. I don't want to fight you. I'm gonna fight somebody else. That's cool.
Although that guy, the guy who came in, he was losing. I don't know if you saw, his team was losing. He could have used that point. But hey, maybe his true
there
team.
is a higher code.
Yeah, the true team is the
Conqueror
Conquerors.
code.
Yeah. Oh, I like this one a lot. This is by a guy named Ogre Whelm, which is a good name. For honor, the big boy meatball.
Just got back today. Them wild-eyed boys that had been away haven't changed, had much to say. But man, I still think them cats are crazy. They were asking if you were around, how you was, where you could be found. Come here, little boy. And all the old men crazy. The boys are back in town. The boys are back in town. I said, the boys are back in town. 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 hot. Man, when I tell you she was cool, she was red hot. I mean, she was steaming. And that time over at Johnny's place, well, this chick got...
Is this it? Is this the end? What sequence of events brought me to this point? What abhorrent circumstances led me here? Is this the cruel, painful plan that was orchestrated by a malevolent deity? Who am I really? What purpose did I serve in this life that was granted to me? I suppose I'll never know. If this is what my life has led up to, and if this is truly the end, then I accept my fate.
And she slapped Johnny's face. Man, we just fell about the place. If that chick don't wanna know, forget her. The boys are back in town. The boys are back in town. I said, the boys are back in town. 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 The boys are back in town.
Believe it or not, there were 3 more minutes of that video, but we trimmed it down because it's really long.
So many hugs.
But I'll take any excuse to listen to Thin Lizzy on the stream. Great job, Ogrewhelm. That was overwhelming. We've got one of these. What do you call this?
A gif.
A gif. A gif.
From a hen?
From Sailor Pothead. Let's check it out. Oh God. Ugh. It's so brutal. Amazing.
Again, Conqueror.
Yeah, people love that conch.
Yeah.
Okay, our final clip of the day.
Dragoru.
I didn't.
Dragoru.
Have you noticed I don't think before I talk? I just say things, and what happens, happens. Dragoru on Reddit. This is a video. This is a second or third game as Aramusha. I'm loving him so far. Thank you for the love, Dragoru. Let's check him out playing.
I'll fight with my own parameter. Hey, you. Psych. You ass. I just... See, this is why nobody likes any of you books.
And you let him execute me.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to be nice to the people that are supposed to be my friends in this Discord. Apparently, that's not the norm here, as a major.
I just 1v3'd as Ronin. Oh, baby.
Who's Ronin?
Me.
So all of his friends are talking shit, and he does all the work clearing out the whole team. Well done, Dragoru. So that's it for clips this week. Keep them up. We love them. Everyone loves them. You do great work. And as I mentioned before, if you do static images, fan art, or cosplay or whatever, we try to share that on our website. Yep. So we do a weekly article on forhonorgame.com.
Like the Breaking Dawn one.
Yep. Yeah, that's really good.
That one is awesome.
Breaking Dawn McGlass. Super good stuff this week. So you can usually see good things over there as well. So thank you. And that is pretty much our show for the week. I did want to give a shout out. So the music in the new intro and the outro, which you'll hear in a minute, is from Berserkid. And we have his, you can go to his Bandcamp there, check it out. He's actually a member of our dev team who happened to put, his name's Pascal. You pronounce his last name because you're French.
Mimo.
Thank you. Easy. Mimo, now I know. Not Mimialt. I have many failings, and one of them is being an American. Yes, he's awesome. So he has this band called Berserkid, which apparently is just him doing all the instruments, I've been told.
So he's a band.
So he did an entire album of For Honor metal. So we grabbed another one of his songs for this season, a super good one. It's called Four Nights. So that's in theme with them winning. So anyway, shout out to him. Great stuff as always, and that's where you can check out more of his music. And it's gone. And hopefully Fred has wrapped up the raffle, and if he hasn't, get into the raffle right now. Get a shirt. We'll be back next week as always. Yes. I'm actually taking a vacation. I'm going to be out next week. Oh. This is my first week out.
So I need to host the show?
We'll see.
Easy.
We'll see what happens, but the show will go on for sure. So thank you, everybody, and we'll be back next week, and I'll see you on Reddit and elsewhere. Goodbye.
Bye.